Ancient wisdom echoes. Until you become conscious, your subconscious shapes your existence, and you call this fate. We live in a sweet illusion, believing we have infinite time to change, achieve, express the essential. But what a tragedy it would be if, suddenly, we realized that this supposedly abundant time has already run out, and worse, without knowing how much remains. This harsh truth lurks. With each dawn, we approach the farewell. How, then, to live with the ephemerality of existence? The mirage of a perfect future is a trap, a deception disguised as hope. How many times do we postpone the crucial? What have you been putting off, waiting for the ideal moment? Time waits for no one. This is the essence of the warning. Temporal awareness is the key to our freedom. There are no guarantees of tomorrow. The only certainty is finitude. But instead of anguish, let us see in this limitation a liberation. The Stoics, masters of impermanence, embraced death as a driving force propelling us to a full life. Marcus Aurelius in his Meditations states, "You could leave right now. Let that guide your actions, words, thoughts." Although somber, this is freedom. Recognizing our finitude, we live authentically, each gesture imbued with meaning. Time becomes an ally, not an enemy. Imagine waking up and realizing that everything was procrastination. What would you do differently? What words would have been spoken, hugs given, opportunities seized? It is painful, but enlightening. The now is everything. We do not control the future, but the present. Daily reflection is fundamental. What would I do if I knew my time was short? Not to fuel anxiety, but action. To value the trivial, to focus on the essential. Life is too short to wait for ideal conditions, postpone dreams, avoid difficult conversations. The ideal moment is now. Procrastination, our escape, our defense mechanism against the fear of death, failure, judgment, postpones not only tasks, but life. What matters? How many times do we murmur, "Tomorrow I'll start"? When I have more time? It's human, but dangerous. Each lost tomorrow is a stolen piece of life, irretrievable. The secret is not to wait, but to create the right moment. There is no need for perfection, only presence. Life is a rapid flow, and each moment is a chance to be missed. Your choices define the future and how you will view the past. If you could go back in time, what would you say to yourself? What would you advise your younger self, who was deluded by eternity? And your octogenarian self, what would he say? What would he regret? What would he celebrate? It's time to wake up. Don't wait for life to show you the value of time. Awaken to this truth and make it fuel. Don't let fear, doubt, or procrastination dictate your life. Decide now to live according to your values, your dreams. Time is relentless. There are no second chances. Life is short and sometimes cruel, but this impermanence makes it precious. Change, the unpredictable, makes each moment unique. The Stoics teach, don't wait for the ideal to live. It rarely arrives. Waiting for perfection is a trap, postponing dreams, projects, relationships. We all wait for external changes, favorable time, a divine sign. But Epictetus teaches us, it is not events, but our reactions to them that disturb us. We do not control the world, but our responses. We sail a stormy sea, unable to control the storm, but we can adjust the sails. Life is like that, storms, uncertainties. We control our reactions, choose to live with dignity, courage, doing the best with what you have now. The power of reaction. Life is imperfect, challenging, but it is in the challenges that we discover ourselves. How many times do we complain about the situation? I can't be happy. Things aren't the way I want them. Happiness, for the Stoics, does not depend on the external, but on our perception. True freedom is internal. Regardless of the external, if you control your mind, find peace in chaos, You are free. This does not ignore problems, but teaches how to face them with balance, responding with tranquility, wisdom, and action. Life calls us to action. There are no guarantees. The now is your resource. Use it to make a difference. It does not mean insensitivity, but action within difficulties. Finding paths even in darkness, seizing opportunities, however small they may be. What are you delaying? The project, the declaration of affection. Time waits for no one. Perfection does not exist. Waiting for it, you will lose everything. Transformation begins with action, even without feeling ready. Life is unpredictable, but you can act consciously and intentionally. Start now. It doesn't matter how much you need to learn, how much you fear failure. Start today. Stop and ask, what can I do now to move forward? Take the first step. Tomorrow may be too late. Your current chances are all you control. Don't waste them. Life is unpredictable, but you don't need to wait for the ideal moment to be who you want to be. Start now. If you continue to postpone, remember, time is relentless. The now is everything. It is enough. Every moment, we get closer to the end. It seems bleak, but it is this reality that makes life precious. It matters how we live the time we have. What will you leave behind? Are you making the right decisions to avoid future regrets? The Stoics spoke of death, not to terrorize us, but to remind us to live intensely. Memento mori, remember death, an invitation to live with purpose, without letting fears or doubts paralyze us. We live waiting for the future, a change, perfection, happiness. But happiness does not wait for ideal conditions, nor the future. It is in living the present, doing the best with what we have. Epictetus teaches, not the force of circumstances, but the strength of the mind that determines inner peace. Happiness and peace are choices. They do not depend on the external. The illusion that happiness is distant deceives us. It is in the present, in the small choices. Regret arises from inaction. No matter the difficulty, present action saves us from a future of lamentations. If something needs to be done, the time is now. Letting opportunities slip away is letting yourself be carried away by the wind. Waiting for ideal motivation is losing irretrievable chances. But there is courage in acting, in breaking with fear, procrastination. Don't wait for perfection. The crucial moment is now. And if you stop justifying inaction and simply acted, imagine the freedom in acting, in not waiting, in not missing opportunities. What would you do if you knew time had run out? What would change if you started now with what you have? It's simple, profound. Start now. Life doesn't wait. It follows its course whether we're ready or not. Don't wait. The ideal moment will never arrive. Perhaps you fear failure, doubt, improved conditions. But fear does not disappear. What matters is not it, but the courage to move forward despite it. Action reduces fear, increases confidence. Think about past regrets. Imagine a future of regrets for having waited too long. The present time, the chance to act, may be your last opportunity. What will you do now? How will you use your remaining time? Life has no guarantees. Don't wait for the best, ideal conditions. Time is short. We only have the now. Are you ready to live with purpose, intensity, fewer regrets? Ready to use the now to do something meaningful? Today, not tomorrow. Life is short. We reach this conclusion too late, trapped in routine, waiting for change, something that allows us to live as we always wanted. The truth is harsh and simple. Time is limited, and what you do with it defines your legacy. At the end of the journey, what will we see? Memories of hours lost waiting for perfection, or of actions, risks, moments lived fully? We will all end with unanswered questions, moments that could have been different. The legacy is not material possessions, accumulated things, external achievements. They are moments lived with purpose, cultivated relationships, moments of courage to act. It's about lives touched, people inspired, challenges overcome. We fall into the trap that life happens to us, something to just observe. But life is shaped by our choices. Time waits for no one. Opportunities don't arise without effort. If you want a meaningful life, act now. Your today will shape your tomorrow. The fear of failure, inadequacy, judgment can paralyze us. The Stoics say that fear is an obstacle, not paralysis. Overcome it. Avoid regrets by acting in the present, doing what is right regardless of fears, doubts, uncertainties. Time doesn't wait for you to be ready, and in fact, you'll never be completely ready. Life demands courage, not perfection. The question is not, what will you do when everything is perfect? It is, what will you do with the time you have now? What will you do today that will define your legacy? If you want to truly live, action is fundamental. Don't wait for tomorrow. It is uncertain. You have today. By accepting finitude, recognizing time as a precious resource, we live with clarity and purpose. Fear diminishes, anxiety reduces, doubts disappear, because we live in alignment with the truth. Life is short, and we only have the now. What will you do with the time you have left? How will you use every second? Don't wait for the end to realize the waste of time. Life doesn't wait. Time doesn't turn back. Each day is a chance to create a legacy, to live with purpose. Are you ready to start now? To truly live? Today, not tomorrow. The answer is in your hands. Your choices define the end of your story. What do you choose?